Hello, lovely theater kids, and welcome back to another week on Theater Inspired. This week, I wanted to do a story time type video, and things are going to get a little spooky this week. So one of my favorite things to look up on YouTube is scary story videos. I love hearing people's experiences with the paranormal or just general weird occurrences. So I thought I'd make one of my own with my paranormal experience with the campus ghost at my college, who loves to hang around in the theaters. So I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. I know a lot of people don't like these types of videos, so if you don't, feel free to click off. I don't mind. Feel free to click on another one of my videos or just wait for next week's, whatever you want to do. I totally understand. So a little backstory before I get into this. So my college is known for having a local ghost. Her name is Tilly. And in 1886, she was murdered there on the campus. She had been a maid and had been going out to a local theater performance and had asked one of the janitors to let her back in after the 10 o'clock curfew. And instead of letting her in, he attempted to rape her and ended up strangling her to death on one of the fields behind the college. So they found her, he was tried, and served time in jail for the crime. But Tilly still hangs around campus and has been seen in the theaters a lot. So we always knew she was around. We always heard the rumors that there was a ghost, but a lot of us didn't choose to really believe it until one particular night. So I was a freshman, and I was in my very first college acting class. I don't remember exactly how many people were in the class, probably about 15 or so. And this particular class, we were sharing our monologues picked from the book Spoon River Anthology. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a collection of monologues. The collection of poems is basically written as words after someone's death. It's their story that they never got to share in life. So we're going around sharing our monologues one by one in this big circle, and because it was a 3-hour class, it came time for our break. So during that 10-minute break, there was a production going on in that particular theater that weekend. So our teacher, who was also the director of that production, and the lighting designer for it, went up into the booth and were playing with some of the lights on stage to write some cues. And during this, the house lights were on still, we were fine, and when it came time to return to class, they had shut down the board, therefore shutting down all of the on-stage lights. So when that happened, our teacher said, "Oh, don't worry about it, we'll be fine with just the house lights, we can still see everybody, we're okay." So we go through a couple more people in our group, and my friend James comes up. Now, the monologue James had picked was about avenging one's death. And as he's getting to the real, meaty part of that monologue, all of the lights on stage turn on. And we all freaked out. Because, mind you, they had just turned off the board completely. The lighting designer was gone because we yelled up there to see if she was there. She wasn't. Our teacher was down with us, and there was nobody in there. To this day, we don't know how those lights turned on. And I'm pretty sure when they went upstairs to shut them off at the end of the night, the board was still off. So definitely Tilly had something to say about that particular monologue. Now, this is a personal experience with Tilly that really freaked me out, and after this, I didn't like being in that theater. It really freaked me out, and I'll tell you guys about it. So during my sophomore year of school, one of the little mini student productions was of Holds, based on the book and the movie too. And I was teching this show. So obviously, when you're doing a production of Holes, you have to have holes. So we used the orchestra pit, and it had a trapdoor in it. So I was in charge of running the trapdoor. So what would happen was I would have a chair here, right underneath the trapdoor, for someone to stand on, and then another one right next to it for me to sit in. Now sometimes when the trapdoor was closed and nobody was in it, I'd sit directly under the trapdoor, leaving the empty chair to my right. So during this particular tech rehearsal, it was really, really late, and the orchestra pit of that theater was known to be creepy anyway because there was a door that could be opened that would just go into like dirt and blackness underneath the actual building. So nobody really liked being down there in general. During this particular tech rehearsal, it was really late and things got a little spooky. One of the characters, Sam, is killed by members of the town. And during that, our director used the music from Hanging Tree from the Hunger Games. So I am sitting down in this dark orchestra pit, and over my head all I hear is the Hanging Tree song and them doing the stage fight choreography and banging on the floors and all of that to kill this character. I get freaked out easily by the dark. I'm not necessarily scared of the dark. I'm more afraid of what's in the dark. So what I remember doing was I was sitting there just looking at my lap. I didn't have my eyes closed. Like, I was just looking at my lap because I didn't like looking around in the darkness. But out of the corner of my eye, now remember I said that there was that empty seat next to me? Out of the corner of my eye, there were pink skirts in that seat. And that's when I freaked out. Because I could see the pink, like, old-timey skirts just almost touching my lip. And at that point, I didn't close my eyes until the scene was over and the lights were back on. I do not believe Tilly has any intentions of hurting anybody. She loves watching the theater shows, we all know that. And she's not demonic anyway, she's just there. We all believe she's just confused and doesn't know, like, what to do now that she's passed on. She's definitely a staple of our school, and it was cool to have a paranormal experience with her. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I know the stories weren't particularly, like, super scary, but I love those types of videos, and I would love to hear your stories about theater ghosts as well. So if you have any stories, please comment them down below. I love reading that stuff. I love, like, hearing about all that. So please let me know, because I would love to be entertained by those. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button down below to watch more. Enjoy your rehearsals this week if you have them, and I will see you next time, guys.